y'all go back and forth, you know, and you don't you realizing that your daughter understand, you feel me, anger, the energy of anger, basically, because she probably don't have a full grasp on what y'all saying, but she understand that the energy is angry and it's volatile, and that's probably.
Yeah, and that's hurtful now, but also now I think it'll make us more conscious and probably help us out now better of being parents to her and co-parent. Like now, once we see that, it gives us that, we gotta get better. We gotta get better now, because when she understands that at that age, we don't want her to grow up seeing us going back and forth and then scaring her.
Right, and then thinking that that's what relationships are supposed to be. Like, yeah, you don't want your daughter thinking she's supposed to meet a nigga who gonna scream at her and all that shit.
Absolutely, because it's like sometimes when you got sons.
Right.
So by having a boy, you know it's different with the boy.
Right.
You know, with the girl, you definitely don't want her to grow up thinking that this might be a problem, or that this is something that, you know, it's cool for them to argue. Right. So she can anticipate when she get older that this is a thing that's not a big deal. I'm gonna go through it. Mom and Dad went through it, so we want to bring that to a complete halt right now, so she can get a better understanding of what it's like to be in a positive relationship.
Yeah, and you know that boils down to, you know, it be hard sometimes when that box juicy, you know, to try to find the best quality woman to have your kids, but like we all know, you know, once she pregnant, shit, that's the end of our say, you know what I mean? Because if she want to have that bitch, she gonna have it. If she don't, she ain't. And whether you want it, you feel me? If you want it and she don't, she gonna get rid of it. If she want it and you don't, she gonna keep that motherfucker. So you damned if you do, and damned if you don't. Damn.
Yeah, and you try to make it work afterwards. And sometimes in my mind, I know, all right, it's 50-50. There's going to be a 50-50 opportunity that when you go into this, there's a good chance it might work, there's a good chance it don't work, and you're hoping and praying that if you could put some wisdom on her by being a little bit more older than her, that she'll gather and it'll come around eventually. You're hoping that the age will catch up for her, and then you can, some of the stuff you say to her, she can look back and say, damn, when I was younger, I wish I would have listened then, or...
Yeah, but see, but like we both know, at 23, that's for men and for women, I think. About 23, 24, 25, you think you got this shit figured out, and you don't believe fat meat greasy till you get about 30 and you hit that point where don't nobody give a fuck about what you don't know. Everybody expect you to know some shit. And when you get to that point in your life, that's the point that make you say, oh shit, I should have grabbed for more trees while I was falling, opposed to just thinking I'm gonna land softly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you want it to happen sooner with any individual. It just don't happen. That's why the wisdom and the experience eventually catches up. But the things you want people to see, it's just rare that a person can catch it at such a very young age and then take it. And you know.
Because you gotta, like I always say, like your pop instill that part. You feel me? The calm, the ability to deal with situations from a point that you can actually make a sound decision opposed to dealing with every situation emotionally. Your pop teach you that, because nothing teach you how not to be emotional about shit is when you with somebody who, no matter how emotional you get, he never emotional. And that teaches a child something. That's why I always say, you need both parents, man. If you get her pregnant, you feel me, and she had a baby, do everything you can to have an effect.
And that's an important point that you just brought up, because I see it both ways as being true. I grew up without a pop, and I never saw him, never knew him, and now to see it, just the other day, with me and her waking up and being side by side and looking at my daughter, the feeling I got.
Right.
It made me reflect back on not having a pop.
Right.
And now I'm looking at my daughter and I'm saying to myself, damn, that's her mom and I'm her dad. Right. And it kind of touched me, made me say, damn, no matter how much we fight and go back and forth, she know that's her mom,
Right.
and she know I'm her dad.
And she feel the safest when both of y'all there. You feel me? It's like our kids will get an opportunity to actually comfortably digest this world that they coming into, because the world coming no matter how we slice it, the shit coming. But it make it easier when you just with your mom, you almost got to focus on something that solves a problem. When you with your dad, it's a little more relaxed as long as you doing what you're supposed to do. But when you got both of them, you feel me? When you got both of them you feel me? Okay, I feel safe and I know I won't be hungry. Let me try to figure this shit out and approach it like mom and dad approach it. They approach it from that standpoint, I approach it. But if y'all together and screaming and hollering, somebody got to be the bigger person and not do that shit.
And most of the time it got to be me,
Right,
because I'm older.
Yeah.
That's the fucked up thing about it.
Right.
It typically always got to be me, and then you always gonna get that. You old, you be acting like that. That shit hit me
Right.
sometimes.
Oh,
I heard
definitely.
when she said,
Hell yeah,
you
hell
ain't got
yeah.
to say that I'm old.
Right,
You can just
right.
say that you supposed to know better.
Right.
But don't say I'm old.
Oh yeah, no. See, that's the thing about women. Women want to, if they know they can't win physically, so if they know a soft spot, oh yeah, they gonna poke at that bitch as soon as you make them mad. That's why I don't I would tell any man, don't open up to your woman and tell her what make you, where the hurt button at, because once they find it, they gonna poke that bitch.
And it's funny that we talking about this now, and the parent aspect of it, of wanting to be a good parent and co-parent with her. I'm not with her, and I get the date still. And it's funny now that with me dating now, I've never been involved with women that's young at this age, that the first time you can have sex with them one time, you pregnant.
Pregnant?
Yeah,
Shit.
I get that a lot now, where a girl can say to me, "Oh my God, you nutted in me," and
Right. They try to get that. Trying to get that abortion money.
Yeah,
it's a hustle. Bro. They're
it's-
funky bitches, man.
and
That's
she
what-
said to me, the girl said to me the other day that, she said, I'm about to get a test. I said, did you even know that it takes 5 weeks to even know if you're pregnant? But you gonna
No,
know this
not
in 5 days.
Yeah, no, I think if they take a test, it'll tell them. But like if they just waiting for nature to let them know, it might take 5 to 6 weeks. But I feel like if they piss on one before, it'll tell them. I think.
Oh yeah, and not in 5 days, I don't think.
Maybe not. Because I've heard stories about what they call those twins where they don't look alike. Fraternal twins.
Mm-hmm.
Like I heard that fraternal twins, this is what I heard, don't quote me on it, but I heard that fraternal twins come from a mother that had sex with 2 different guys and got nutted in within the creation process.
Oh, that's real.
Yeah, that's what I heard. You heard that before too?
I heard it before.
That's what I'm saying. See, but I'm saying don't quote me on it because everywhere I look for it, that's what it say, that, you feel me, that comes from 2 different semens entering during the suction time. And, that got to be within 3 to 5 days. But I feel like in 5 days, yeah. After 10 days, I feel like she might be able to find out. Or maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But 5 days.
When my daughter was born, I asked the doctor about it. And the doctor said that for you to know, they couldn't tell in at least 5 weeks. Now, I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But I thought at least take 5 weeks before the baby you can.
I think it takes 6 weeks for the baby to have what they consider a heartbeat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I think. And after 6 weeks, it's big enough. Like, and I heard some more crazy shit where they trying to put niggas on child support. Soon as that happens, soon as that booger have a to it, that bitch is a baby.
Wow.
Child support. That's crazy, nigga.
Now that's real crazy.
Yeah, like,
and we live in a society now. Like I tell you, it's funny that a girl can say that I'm getting a test done on being pregnant within 5 days. Like you said, I think it's most of the time about getting the money from out of abortion money.
Definitely. And I would tell any man that if she say that, tell her you wanna take her to the doctor to get one. You feel me? Or I wanna watch you take it, bitch. Don't call me telling me you took one and you pregnant and you get an abortion and you need me to cash app you $180. No.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, 'cause, I'm definitely taking it.
Oh
yeah,
facts.
I'm definitely taking
Got
it.
to.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
But you know, there's some niggas who, like I always say, man, when motherfuckers try crazy shit, you can't blame them. You just got to realize that shit worked before.
And I'm glad that the COVID situation is over with now because, you know, when my daughter came, it was COVID, so they didn't allow you in. You only could go, the person that was carrying the baby,
Damn.
the woman, the only one that was allowed to go in. Then you had to wait in the car.
Wow.
So she can go out the back door, she can go out the side door. But now, I'm pretty sure when it's not COVID season, you can go in with the girl and you can.
Yeah, I went in with the one I had.
Oh,
one.
yeah. See, I never made it to where I can go in, but I knew that time I wanted to go in to make sure.
Yeah, it's a when you go in there, it's like for a man, it's like you look like a piece of shit. You feel me? Like that's how you feel sitting in there because everybody knows you're a part of that. Well, they may not know, but they feel like you're a significant part of her making this decision. So when you sitting in that motherfucker, oh my God, nigga, you don't nobody even look at you, but you could just feel everybody. Son of a bitch.
And I think it's even harder because I told you I went through abortion the first time through the COVID season, and I was in the car. So now the protesters in the parking lot.
Okay.
And they coming up on the car as well. And I'm actually sitting in the car, and they walk up on me. It's like, you shouldn't let her do that when she get out the car.
Oh, the protesters.
Yeah, the protesters.
Hilarious, nigga.
You shouldn't let her do that. That's wrong. And it makes me feel real guilty now, because I had to sit there for about an hour.
Oh, so they get to work on your
So
ass.
keep coming.
Yeah, they working on your emotions now.
And she got a sign.
Standing in the window just looking at you just.
So I got kind of
Why
hungry.
did you let her do that? Nah. Yeah, nah, we good, yeah.
I got kind of hungry. So that was my cue to leave the parking lot now. So I left the parking lot, and then I came back hoping that they would be gone.
Oh, hell no. That's all day. Yeah.
And they were still in the parking lot. So now you get a little frustrated. Now I'm a little bit frustrated. Now I felt like in the beginning, this was hard. I was a piece of shit. Right. Then afterwards, when I came back after lunch, now I'm tired of this shit. So when they walk up to the car, I never thought I'd say this. Man, you don't get the fuck away from this car. I never thought I'd say that. I'm frustrated now.
No, hell
get the
yeah.
fuck away from the car now.
And you still here and I'm full.
Yeah,
you feel
yeah.
I'm sleepy a little bit. I'm about to take me a powwow and you still got this sign. Oh,
And,
yeah.
to be honest with you, I thought she left the place a little earlier and slid out the door.
Yeah, no, she was waiting on you. He's
Yeah.
coming back. That asshole's coming back.
Because you need a ride home, they said you can't.
Oh, damn it.
And then that's when it get real worse, when you ride home.
Oh, emotional fucking roller coaster.
Yeah.
Shit. Crying, mad, sick, hungry, headache, all type of shit.
And like you said, you were a part of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's
you're part of that.
You feel like a piece of shit. Like you don't know what to say.
Yeah.
All you can do is just keep saying, "You all right?" That's all come to your mind. You don't want to say, "Man, this was the best decision. This is what we had to do." You don't want to say none of that shit because you know. You feel me? As soon as you say this was the best decision, that bitch gonna sit over there. You gonna look, and them tears gonna be streaming. It's on.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So I look back now, and I got blessed with a beautiful daughter,
Yeah,
and it
definitely.
made my mind. Because remember, the abortion came before, then the daughter came the second time. So it made me think what you were saying, that how you feel like a piece of shit. Then the second time I let it go through because the feeling of the first time.
Right. I can see that. I can see that because
And it goes back to what you were saying earlier about how life experience as you get older, you're hoping to catch it when you're young, but you just don't most of the time.
Yeah, that's how it be. But it almost feel like is it supposed to be caught at a young age? Because it's like, as you get older, not so much of how you think or operate change. What changes more so, in my opinion, is your approach and your delivery to everything, you feel me, that's on the table. And like, you're not supposed to get it because you don't understand moves and strategies when you're young. It's gung-ho, you feel me? It's like, nigga, I got all this energy, let's run. And as you get older, you like, I'm slowing down, you feel me? I gotta make sure that this move work. I can't take no losses. Because as you get older, I think that your mind changed because you lose your mom. I feel like that's what turned a man into a man, when you lose moms, for real. Because when you got your mom, you know I got one more card. If all this shit fuck up, I know I still got one more phone number that I could call that I know gonna answer and tell me to come. But once you lose that shit, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Every move is strategic. It gotta be.
Yeah, it gotta be.
Yeah, it's too much to lose.
Yeah. And that's why I feel for certain people that, especially when you lose your mom at a very young age. Like I can imagine, like when you're a kid and you lose your mom at 13, 15, 16, 17.
I'd be dead or locked up, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because it was like, even at 38, it was fucking too emotional. Like, when it happened, that's almost the first thing I said. I was like, man, I couldn't imagine this shit happening 20, anything. 19, 28, none of that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would have fucking lost it, bro. I would have lost it. Because, and not having her would have been my justification for losing it.
And that's a tough one, like I said. And I never took it for granted. My mom's passed away at 81. And about maybe 46, she was already talking about it. So around 46, she was always talking about, okay, now, I'm not gonna be here too much longer. And as a kid, I'm like,
kind of preparing you for it.
And my mind used to always say, come on, Mom, stop that, don't talk about that. Right. So if you think back to 46, and she made it to 81.
Damn. So she prepared you for what, 30, 35 years, 36 years?
When you look at it, it's like, wow, she got another 30-something years out of it.
Right. But damn, it's just, I don't know how I like, that's something amazing. Like that, you gotta be a certain type of motherfucker to hear that and like deal with it basically every day. Because I can see her, like, if she feel like her days are numbered, that's not something that she gonna say once a month, you feel me, once a year. You feel me? You gonna hear that shit 10, 15, 20 times a year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Absolutely. So it's like having to live like that with that worry. Nigga, I couldn't imagine. That should turn you into, like, that may be the reason you the animal you
exactly.
are.
I was about to say that. She made me a cold motherfucker.
Right, I was about to say, you're a fucking animal, nigga.
Because
straight.
I'm telling you, what you just said was very important. Over them years, my mom's spirit, I became. And she became one of my closest friends because most of the stuff I picked up in life that I did that was risk-taking was because of my mother.
Right. Yeah, because shit, like, that's gonna create a mindset of, I know I'm not gonna have my provider at any minute, so I gotta, like, that's why you feel me? That's why you the hustler that you are. That's why you goddamn have, you feel me? You had money when niggas was still having to ask for allowances and shit because your mom was already preparing you for the time that she wouldn't be here. And that's a fucking scary time for a kid. I can only imagine the mentality that created.
And you knew Bev. So I was doing that with the kids with Bev. As she struggled with the sickle cell, I would always go and to the hospital with her. And for about a year, maybe 2 years, we would go back and forth, and I would always tell the kids, hey, one of these days we gonna go to the hospital and Mom ain't gonna make it. And someone on the outside might be like, man, that's some hard shit to say to a kid.
That's what you come from.
But that's where I come from. Right. So now it prepped them for what my mom had prepped me for.
Right.
It prepped them. So when that day did come, it's still gonna be hurtful, traumatized from it because they all was teenagers.
Right.
All of them was teenagers,
Right.
19,
13 and
13,
shit. Yeah.
16. So now when you look back, they all able to move on with their lives
Right.
and not be traumatized or devastated. They love their mom, but the preparation sometimes creates the animal.
Right, because like, see, for me, my mom kept it a secret. Like from me, the oldest son, she kept it a secret because, like, all the way up until she passed. You feel me? I thought the stroke before the stroke that killed her happened, I thought that was the first stroke. You feel me?
Yeah.
But come to find out, after she passed, that was the third stroke. You feel me?
Oh, wow.
And like my brother, you feel me? He had my brother's the more organized one. You feel me? Like, if something happened to me, they call my brother. I know you feel me? Everything I need to be taken care of, gonna be taken care of. But like, my brother, after she passed, told me like, hey, the doctor told me that, what I mean, if she don't take the medication, she gonna have, the strokes are gonna get bigger and bigger each one. You know what I mean? I'm like, nigga, why you didn't? But I do remember her saying she didn't like the way the medication made her feel.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it's hard. You feel me? Especially because by that point I had did a little research and I knew a little bit about the poison that was being injected into people. So it was hard for me to say, nah, take the medication, even though it would have kept her alive. But, she never prepared us for it. You feel me? Like, she kept it a secret, especially from me, up until the last day.
Now that's tough. I think that's because I think that's the most toughest thing when they going through it.
Yeah.
Because if you keep it away from them and it pops up on you, there's no preparation.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it really devastated you from that standpoint. Because
Facts.
my mom died at 81. It was a battle for about 3 years. So like you said,
Right.
it prepared us that she about to
Right,
go.
but also the 3 years prepared you, but also she prepared you.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like this day wasn't alien to you. It's like for me, just keeping it 1,000, like my mom was Superman. You feel me? Like I remember me and my mom got into it one time because I was talking about not knowing my dad or not being around my dad, and she was crying about it. You know what I mean? Like she broke up about it. She was like, I never knew that you wanted that. Why didn't you say something? And I told her straight up, I was like, how do you ask Superman for one more thing? You
Yeah.
feel me? I'm watching you work 3 jobs. I ain't never hungry. Lights ain't never off. You feel me? We might not have the best clothes, but we ain't around this bitch stinking, dirty clothes, pissy beds. We ain't got none of that. So how do I say, hey, can you go get my dad?
Yeah, and they figure it out, and that's the thing that really makes, they don't know what they install in you, your mom, because of that, because they damn sure figure it out. The mothers figure it out.
But what I will say my mom did do, she kept like, I don't know what their situation was, whether they were dating, messing around, whatever the case was, but my mom kept strong men for me to identify what a man is. You know what I mean? Like for you took the mentality of I gotta be prepared to provide for myself, and you took that because like now it's different. Like you could be raised by the streets in the 80s. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because it was men out that motherfucker.
Yeah,
you feel me?
absolutely.
That actually had stories and situations that you could actually take a bite out of, and a lot of times they'll keep you from doing dumb shit.
And that's what happened to me.
Right.
Like what I didn't have a father, but I had about, I would say maybe 7 or 8 mentors.
Right.
That
wouldn't let you do
wouldn't
dumb
stuff.
shit.
Like,
Yeah.
and I remember all of them at each point where they would help me. So when I would go down to the basketball court to see someone take a liking to you, hey, let me see you pat that ball again. Yeah, boy, you got a shot, man. You stay away from them knuckles. And then you looking back, it's about 7 or 8 of them that saved me. I remember playing baseball, and there was a guy I knew named Mr. I used to call him Mr. G. Yeah. And the reason why I liked him a lot in the beginning, it wasn't because I liked him. He had the baddest girl, and I just liked being around his girl.
Right.
So whenever he would come to the park, she would be with him.
Right.
And then he started coming picking me up. So I really wanted to be around her.
Right.
And he would pick me up and take me to the baseball field, watch my game. And then sometimes when he couldn't make it, she would come. So I would look over in the stand, and he would tell me, I ain't gonna make it, but my girl gonna come. And I was like, oh, all right. Then she would be in the stand, and then I would look over to something, and she said, you want a hot dog or something? I said, yeah. And I said, tell him as a kid, he said, man, you trying to take my wife, huh? And I'm like, nah. Yeah, sometimes I feel that way. But he was one of my, and when he passed away, it was like a father passing away. He was a mentor to me. Like, he really took the time out. Like you said, back then, guys would take the time out with you, take you to football practice. It wasn't your father.
Right, and like that's what I grew up in. I grew up in, like, we used to end up playing on the recreation, like we had a recreation center in our area, and they used to play different, like in Atlanta, every city got a recreation center, you feel me, where basketball teams play. And it was like when I was 10, 11 years old, it used to be men from that center that used to come driving through neighborhoods just to see people hooping, playing football, and actually pick us up, take us play, you feel me, talk to our parents, and put us in some shit that kept us off the streets.
Yeah, and that was the good old days.
Right.
Now, whew.
Yeah, you got to realize, shit, we didn't, like, we the ones who, like, I feel like, because I was born in 80, so we grew up with the last of the real men that didn't get attacked by, you feel me, actually peeped the drug epidemic. But I was raised by, you feel me, my mom, aunts, you feel me, like, and you know, when you get raised like that, to approach everything from an emotional standpoint, that's dangerous for a man. A man to be emotional is very dangerous. And he's gonna end up in jail or dead if he's emotional, because as a man in America, don't nobody give a fuck.
At all.
At all, nigga. If you don't got it,
and
talk to me when you do.
And you hate to say that the women got it so easy or easier.
Right.
Because it sounds like
they do, though.
But they do.
Yeah, I was about to say, if we're going to call a spade, they get the, we can't play both sides of the fence. You feel me? It's like, we got to be men all day. You feel me? The instant we don't act like a man, you feel me? That turn all the women we like off, so.
Yeah. And we both live in Atlanta, so when you look at it, it's women dominant from a standpoint of dictating what goes on.
Right, they got the numbers, like a motherfucker.
So when you're pursuing them, and it's not like before the man ran the house.
Right, because now, she got a job, you feel me? She working shit.
She's working.
More times than not. She might be making more money than you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then now you taking penitentiary chances to, you know what I mean? And nigga, once you go to the penitentiary, like, that, like, unintentionally changes your approach to life in the free world.
Oh, absolutely.
Facts.
Like,
we both done been there. That's for goddamn sure.
And you're alien to people when you, and then we see them different as well.
Right.
Like, they look at us like we're crazy, and we look at them like they're crazy because the discipline level that you pick up. Because when you come up in the inner city, you're not thinking about the military when you grow up, and you're doing things that you know that could put you in jail. So the military was never a thought in my mind, because we knew it came with authority, and we didn't want to follow no rules anyway. That's why we went the route we went. And then when you go inside, you have no.
Damn near the same shit.
Yeah, the same.
Except it's no choice.
There's no choice.
Yeah.
And then with me doing federal, it's a big difference, because it's the same as being in the military, the government. So now when you go in, the discipline that you pick up is the same discipline from the military. Then when you come into society, people look at you different, but you look at them different, because your mind, now you can actually take time and plan something for a year, 2 years, 3 years, when you couldn't do it before.
Right. Yeah, the discipline of time, if it don't teach you shit, it teach you that.
Yeah, it teach you time.
Hell yeah.
It teach you time, it teach you patience.
Facts.
When you on the street, it's hard convincing a woman that you seeing, hey, let's put this money up, and we're gonna be here in 2 years.
Right. Yeah.
The young girl is, what, 2 years?
She wanted it all right now. Right now. But
2
that's
years.
the mindset. We in the microwave generation. You feel me? I feel like what'll make this world better is if once you turn 18, you should have to go to jail for 2 months, just 60 days in, so you can see what it's like to, you feel me? See what your poor decision making turns into. Because, nigga, the people don't be the problem. Like, for me, it wasn't the people, you feel me? Because, like, I know how to stay out the way, and if you get in my way, you feel me? I know how to get out the way, because my whole mindset was, don't do shit that's gonna keep you in this bitch longer. Because I'm one of those people, like, this nigga, this is my best friend. We talk all the time. Whatever we discuss, like, if you say 2 hours, like, if you say, bro, I need you to help me move, it ain't gonna be but 2 hours. At 1 hour and 59 minutes, I am sick of this shit. You feel me? And that's how I did with jail. It's like, long as I knew how long I was gonna be there, I was cool. I'm gonna be here 6 months, cool. I'm not about to turn 6 months into 6 years because, yeah, I'm gonna turn that into life. Because the anger and the hurt of having to do 6 now, oh, nigga, please.
Yeah, and it's different. And that's why I say that now, when you look at it from a standpoint of planning things out, it comes easier when your mind, what you just said about knowing that it's 6 months, I'm done.
Right.
It's a year, and I'm done. It's a forceful way of making you plan things out.
Right.
A forced way.
Yeah, it forces you to be patient.
Yeah,
It forces you to be patient.
Force you to be patient, and it changed the way you see life, how you go about things, because it's forcing it on you. But then you see the good in it afterwards and say, Dad, now when you can sit and you can time something out and say, all right, listen, if I'm dealing with an artist, say, yo, it's gonna take about 2 years to blow.
Right.
And he's like, what, 2 years?
Right.
To the guy, like, man, everybody hot right now. I want to be hot in 30 days.
Right.
It's gonna take you about 2 years to get where you're going.
Facts. They don't want to hear that.
They don't want to hear that.
It's the microwave generation. They
Yeah.
want all that shit now. They want the Benz, the big house, the jewelry, the bitches. They want all that shit now.
Right now. And it's tough when your mind can't see that. And whenever I come across a youth that can understand that, then I know he's gonna have a bright future.
Yeah, you try to gravitate to him. Yeah, cause
Once you're able to, at a young age, to understand that it doesn't happen that quickly,
right.
that's a person that you put under. Because I was looking at something today on IG, and it was Joe Gotti speaking about how a lot of people want to be bosses and chiefs, but they don't even know how to be soldiers.
Right.
He said, and that was deep, because you do have to master being a soldier before you're gonna be.
Right. Because you gotta, and that's one of your gifts. It's like, you gotta know how the troops operate, and you gotta master the art of following. You feel me? Because like, it ain't like, there's an order to shit, and yeah, when you're a soldier, you follow on orders, then you understand the orders, then you get to a point where you understand why the orders are orders. You just pass that on.
Pass it on. Yeah. And it becomes so easier because you learned it the right way.
Yeah.
And then you want that same kind of respect once you be given the throne of being in authority. When you become the person that they had to report to, you know the discipline of what you had to do.
Right.
So
and you know what it takes.
You know what it takes, yeah.
And see that be the hard part for a lot of people. You know what I mean? Because the process is the best part. You feel me? Like, once you get there, nigga, that's when all the bullshit comes. You feel me? That's when the fake friends and everybody's stealing, everybody got their hand out, everybody remember the time that you, like, the journey is the process. And you got, especially in entertainment, if you don't have an artist that loves the process, they're gonna quit.
And that's the only way I think you can really respect the reward.
Right.
If you enjoy the process. If you enjoy the process, then you're gonna respect the reward. Because it makes the journey, when you get there at the end, or when the success start hitting you, it'll make you say to yourself, Dad, this is what it's about, and you appreciate it.
Right.
But when you're looking for the new talent that come in, you really know what to look for.
Right.
That's what's so important about the process. You know what to look for. When you cut corners on the process, you don't know what to look for, basically.
Yeah, facts. That's big facts.
You don't know what to look for. So with me, I always try to go through the process, and I try to go through the process with the best. I never wanted to go through the process with the best, or with a person that didn't know what he was doing. If I go through the process, I want the person to know what he's doing, and then I follow his lead.
Right.
And that's very hard now with the youth that we have now. With the youth, they don't want to go through the process, and they damn sure don't want to follow nobody's lead.
Hell no. They'll sign on a piece of paper not even knowing that they signed on a piece of paper to be killed in 3 years. Like, you feel me? At a club or a party or some shit. And it's just the times. You know what I mean? Like they say, we come from the drug dealer generation. This is the drug user generation. And when you use drugs, you want the drugs right now. You don't want to have to go to work and wait till you get paid to buy you an 8-ball. You want to be able to grab you an 8-ball every time you want an 8-ball.
And that's the freedom. So I remember one time I had a friend tell me that. He said that when he finally got to having his own hedge fund, I said, how do you operate now when it comes to telling people what to do and being involved and taking other people's advice? That was the biggest thing, taking other people's advice. And he said to me that taking other people's advice is so much easier when you're involved.
Woo.
Because now, when the
Damn.
comes, it's my decision.
Right.
He said, when I was finally going through the process, you really didn't want to hear someone give me advice. You wanted to do it.
Right.
But he said, it's funny how life works. When I got to the top, then I was able to have a team of people around me giving me
Right.
advice.
Right.
But
Damn.
At the end of the day, it was my decision.
Right. You determine if this advice goes into action. Yeah. Fact. Damn.
That really makes you take advice more. So he said, get to the top.
Mm.
I love it.
That's real though. I can see that. It make perfect sense. Like for real. It's like, because now every idea, when you at the top, every idea got to pass you. You feel me? It got to get cleared by you, and that got to be a great feeling, nigga.
Yeah, and that's a great feeling like that. No matter what advice I get, I choose whether or not to use it.
Right, yeah, and that's kind of what you want to get it to. But see, the thing is, that's a process.
Yeah.
You feel me? We talking 15, 18, 20 years of dedication to this goal that you want, and that be the problem. Motherfucker look at you but it's almost like that now though. It's like, if you get on social media and goddamn it, you get shared by the right person, you feel me? It's up. You can always blow, you can literally blow overnight now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I use that advice in dating.
Uh. Yeah.
And at
How?
the end of the day, how I make them understand that I'll take all your information and your advice. Tell me what you think.
Right.
I'm going to make the decision.
I can dig that.
I think that's lost in the new generation. Because when I came up, people that was ahead of me told me that the man was the man of the household.
Right.
The woman did sneak in and start obtaining a little bit more.
Right.
And now, with having a good job, making a good salary,
Right.
having a good career, makes the woman feel like equal.
Right.
And she's going to say a little bit more and
Right.
have more of an opinion.
Right.
But if she can do that still and understand that he's the man of the house, you don't got a problem.
Right.
But if she believes that the equal,
Right. Yeah.
that's a big problem.
Big problem. And that's kind of what, if you're dealing with most women now, you feel me? Like, they think we equal. You feel me? Like, they feel like our experience on this planet is the same, and it's fucking polar opposites. They think because everything is given to them, that everything is given to us. Like, when it comes to women, most women are welcomed in any door, especially black women. They are now, if they get in the door and fuck it up, that's on them. But if they look the part, they're welcomed in any door. As a man, black man especially, you can look the whole part. And fucking press your suit, press your shirt, tie press, jacket press, glasses, have all that shit, nigga. They hit one button, check your background. You had a felony in 2006, no job. Damn it, man, bruh. We don't have it the same, nigga. They gon' at all.
And it got bad when they can hire you and then find out you got it. And then release you.
Oh man, that
They
you
don't keep you on unless you work.
let you go.
Find it.
Let you go. That's some dirty shit, man. Like that. I've been doing comedy shit, 20 years now, man. 20 years. And yeah, I've been doing it a lifetime since I was 21. So yeah, 20 years. And just throughout the process, yeah, being a comedian is hard as fuck for the simple fact that you gotta be able to do it and your life potentially be in shambles. Like you got to be able to be in a position where you're laughing, making people laugh, having a good time, while your life is in your car.
Now, that's some serious shit you're saying right there.
Facts.
That, when you really think about it, I never really thought about that until you mention it now. Like, that's some serious shit. How do you sit there and entertain people and make them laugh with no shit?
It's fucked up, nigga. You like, if you ask most comedians about their lives, like yeah, it's some because you got to realize we live in a world where don't nobody really want to walk with you to the desired destination. Everybody want to meet you at the finish line and reap the benefits of your journey. So that's like Steve Harvey. You feel me? Like Steve Harvey's a no-nonsense type of guy, but I understand. It's like, nigga, I lived in my car for 2 years. 2 years? I couldn't imagine bathing and trying to be fresh so I can go and make some people laugh when I got to go back to my car. Nigga. But nobody understand that because, like, they don't want to hear that shit from a comedian. Like, we don't want to hear how, nigga, we want to believe your life is funny and happy like you making it look on stage. Yeah, they don't want you to be like, man, my mama died, my daughter pregnant, god damn, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, they don't want to hear that shit. Yeah, at all.
I've been having a dead mic for about 20 minutes.
Is it off? Is this mic off? No, it's still on. We can't hear it. Is it on? Because you see how mine is? Oh, the battery. Oh, okay. Yeah. Push the button. Yeah, wait. Yeah, it's green. Try it now.
Now it's ready.
Yeah, hell yeah. Did you ain't touch that button?
Oh, I might have touched the button.
Yeah, if you push the button, don't push that little.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You turned your shit off. Oh, hold on. Oh, check. Yeah, no, it's still on, but the button did turn red.
Yeah, turn red.
Yeah, it turned red. Yeah, so it need new batteries. Yeah, okay. Hell yeah, but just living day to day is a journey. You know what I mean? And how social media has it set up for the mentality of people is like nobody wants to process. You feel me? It's like, nigga, it take a lot to get to where you want to be. But people, if you're on social media, you think that shit happened overnight. You shitting me. Nothing.
And
worth having.
And they all think that. And it's such a tough thing for, like, you know me, I'm working in the entertainment industry, is convincing a guy on how many times you miss and you got to knock on the door.
Right.
I remember flying up, and then my guy told me to come up, and it cost me $1,900, the flight, the hotel room.
Shit.
And then when we get up there, he said, hey, you know what? I forgot, man. He said he wanted to do it tomorrow. And he's talking to me as if I just drove up the street.
Right, man. That happened to me in Chicago, man. A comedian, I was working with a comedian for a week. Well, yeah, it was a week at the old Uptown Comic Con. He told, bro, you ever come to Chicago? Just call me. Called him. He was like, bro, I live with my mom. I was like, nigga, I called the bus. Facts, I called the bus. That's 16 hours. 16 hours for him to say he lived with wife or his brother and her old lady, some shit he was saying. But, you know, people don't understand how, nigga, entertainment is a difficult climb, nigga. And if you do get up there fast, you better have somebody with some money. Yeah, because I know I watched you fucking dish out thousands on thousands.
And I remember when my daughter was playing tennis and going back and forth with tennis, and getting the tennis instruction, and you feel like this is a lot of money.
Yeah, shit, I couldn't, nigga. I wouldn't dare. Yeah.
And one time I asked her the struggle. I said, what makes Sharina and Venus so successful? Well, I'm thinking that was the fact, the physical.
Right.
They were bigger than everybody, faster than everybody else.
Yeah.
He said, no, there's a lot of people that got to be better than us. But he said, man.
Oh, that's what I always say that. Like, that's why I didn't put, like, you big on basketball. Like me, I didn't see that. It's not saying that I couldn't have probably got my son a trainer and trained him to be a good basketball player, but it's like for me, I got to see that piece that I can work on. You feel me? If I'd have realized that you running and your whole foot is hitting the ground when you run at top speed, it's like, nigga, I know you ain't running for real. You feel me? If your whole foot hitting the ground and you say you running, it's like, yeah, you ain't running for real.
I just went over to the house and my daughter get her hair braided. And the lady that was braiding her hair had a son in it.
Mm.
And he was on a PlayStation game, whatever they call these games they got now.
Mm.
And he said, as he talking to her, he said, I'm so glad you're a senior. And you're on the football team. So I said to her, I said, do you start? And she said, no, but he get in. So what's the process of getting him back and forth to practice, though? And so he ain't got a dad around her. She said, no, he ain't around, but he enjoyed it. I said, that's what it hurts me when you say that. Because what happened when you got his father around, you say he enjoyed it, but dad is still got to live with it. I ain't wasting my time going over back and forth.
Right. Yeah.
And you're not good at it.
Right. If you ain't got it, and like I got to see you, like, because see me, I was 11, 12 years old doing certain shit. You feel me? Like if I would have seen my son doing the stuff I was doing at 11, 12, oh yeah, I would have been 100% behind him because I would have knew what he needed. But yeah, when I realized you got your mama coordination, I'm cool. Yeah. Once I realized you coordinated like your mama, I ain't about to, I ain't about to invest nothing. It's like, yeah, I'll buy you a gold for the driveway. You know? And if I look out there and you start to tear that down, then you may be able to talk about something, but. Oh. Right.
And he enjoyed it. What I'm saying to you as a father would see him different. He's a senior. I look at I'm wasting my time. I don't know that.
Right. Right. And that's my mindset.
He might like football, he might be playing it, and you saying he's staying out of trouble.
Right.
He might be good at something else.
Right. Hell yeah. Because, like, I think that's why my mom put me in. Like, I played every sport up until I could say, up until I didn't. You feel like I played baseball, basketball, football, wrestled, soccer, tennis. I played everything. And you feel me? Like, I know that was the babysitter. You feel me? Like, that was our babysitters. You feel me? Go playing every sport. I played everything. When one season ended, I was in the next one.
Yeah, absolutely.
My whole life. Man, you know, but that's just the parenting. Like, when we was kids, 80s, 70s, there was a relative desire by somebody, well, not even really just one or two people. It was 10, 15 men that didn't want you to go the wrong direction if they saw you had the potential to go the right direction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they seen you could hoop and they seen you hanging with the riffraffs on the corner, they might come up to you, hey man, come, hey, walk with me. Take you from off the corner, you know what I mean? But now, shit.
And it makes me help out kids when I see it, because I know that's where I came from. I
Right.
was good at all three sports. So I played baseball, football, and basketball.
Right.
So when I did get to high school, I had to choose which one I was going to concentrate on.
Right. Yeah.
But I understood that all of three of them, I learned something that helped me in each sport to be good in that sport.
Right. I did that same thing. It's like playing football gave me the strength to get to the hole and not, you feel me, fall if I get right. Exactly. Yeah. Facts.
Be able
facts.
to take the contact.
And then the coordination from shooting, you kind of bring that to baseball and focusing on the Yeah. Oh shit! Yeah, you hadn't turned it off.
This one.
Yeah, you good? Talk.
No. Well, yeah, let's go down.
Yeah, hell yeah. We hot. We is hot.
And so now, when I see kids come up and they don't have a father figure, and I see them play a sport, you know, I love being able to help them out. Whether it be some cleats, whether it be a basketball, whether it's buying a football or spending some time with them. I love helping the youth because that's the background I came from. I had like 7 mentors, but I never knew my father.
Right, yeah. I knew mine up until about 8 in and out because he used to always go to jail in the city that we lived in. But once I came to Atlanta, I think I heard from him when I was 16. We went to New Jersey for my aunt's wedding or something, and we went over there and hung out with him. But I didn't see him again until I was 26.
Oh, wow.
And then when I seen him, you feel me? Like, he felt the need to always apologize. Like, he apologized every day for about 2 years. Like, no exaggeration. He came to Atlanta, stayed in Atlanta for about 7 years. The first 2 years, that nigga apologized every single day. Son, I apologize, man. I'm like, Pop. Nigga, I'm almost 30. You ain't got to do that no more. Nigga, I'm good. I made it.
I never saw. I couldn't tell you what it is. And I tell you, the most embarrassing thing for me was one time when down in school, in college, and I was dating this girl named Karen, and she was the type of girl that everywhere I went, she would always get up. Like, say if we went into somewhere and I had to fill out a paper at Western Union.
Right.
She walking all the way to the counter with me
Damn.
in Western Union while I fill out the paper. I mean, support that you can never imagine.
Right.
It was
You don't
good,
find it
and
twice.
sometimes it was like over
Too
the
much.
top.
Oh, really?
But it was, as a young man, he was like, damn, this is just a good woman. And I lost my birth certificate, and I went down there to get a new one. And they said they would give me the birth certificate, and they said, what's your father's name? And I might have been 18, 19 at the time.
You ain't know?
I didn't know his name.
Damn.
So when she was standing next to me, when they asked me, I said, hold on, I gotta use the bathroom. So I know if I go to the bathroom over here to the right, I'll be able to get to the bathroom, but I know she gotta go at least sit back down in the chair.
Right.
I literally went to the bathroom, stood by the door, wait for her to sit down, and then I gave myself like I was using the bathroom enough time, and then I shot back over to the counter, knowing that she gonna get back up when she see me go. But I walked so fast to the counter, and then I tapped the lady and said, excuse me, I don't know my father's name, but that's my girl there. I didn't want her to know. She think I come from this real family background.
Hilarious, nigga. You're fucking
So she think I got a mother and father like her, so I don't know his name. Hey, she walking up? She said, yeah, she coming. Yeah, I don't know his name. I don't know my father's name. Can I still get the birth certificate? She said, I'll give it to you. Yeah, I don't know his name. And then she came up and she said, did you give them all the information? I said, they got it all.
That's smart. That's just some quick thinking ass shit.
When she met me, she thought that I had family structure, the way I operated.
Damn.
The way I operated, she thought I came from family structure. Now, she came from a mother and father background, and when she met me, it was 3 guys that she dated. So when I mean by dating, she was father married about 20, 22, 23 years when I met her, and she wanted that kind of relationship. So she would date with the notion that you're gonna be my husband.
Damn.
So when I met her, she was unbelievable gorgeous, and then she was a smart young lady, and she was looking for a husband at that age. So I was the long shot. The 3 other guys had already graduated college as engineers. She had a fetish for engineer guys.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, that's that real money. Somebody told her something.
And so when I went out, I'm the 4th guy to take her out on a date. So I'm like the long shot. I'm in the streets running around. But I also had a lot of mentors that know a good woman when I see her.
Right.
So we went out to eat, and she told me the whole scenario about her father. And what blew me away, when I did mess up years later, it was like taking a knife in my heart when she said, wow, I made a mistake. I actually thought you were like my father. And you didn't know how much that cut.
Oh, yeah.
Because when I met the father, after winning her over, I went out on a date with her that first night. She called me the next day, you're going to be my husband.
Damn.
But that was what I learned from all the mentors.
Yeah, that shit's scary for me now.
Took me under my wing, and then moving in with my uncle when I got about 15, 16 years old, the structure that I had, I was way ahead of my time.
Right.
Even though I didn't have a father, I was way ahead of my time.
Yeah, shit, you had 8 fathers, nigga. Yeah.
And then when all right, so when we got to that point, I said, oh man, this is unbelievable that she chose me out of the guys that already graduated from college and was already in the workforce, had a job.
Right.
And she called me the next day. She said, I don't know if I'm rushing you into this, but I want you to be my husband.
Damn. That's scary. That's a scary conversation now, cause shit.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers is taught, incentivized, and all of that shit to get a nigga, get his money, and leave his ass.
It's ridiculous now.
Now, cause I was watching some shit on TikTok. The damn dude said that he was married for 18 years. He worked 20 years to get. Well, I think he said. Wait, basically, long story short, the nigga said he lost $106,000 out of his 401k plan, and he was in the negative net worth for the first time in his life since he was like 25, and he was like 52 or some shit. It's like, man, you lose too much now. It's like, once upon a time, motherfuckers, and then another dude said that he had been divorced 12 years and still had to pay her.
Wow.
And she in a whole nother relationship, and you still gotta pay her alimony?
Yeah.
Because you created a lifestyle for her?
Yeah, it's crazy.
What the fuck? Listen, I would pay a sniper before I paid $50,000 to a motherfucker that left. Fuck that.
And then I sometimes say to them why they want it. Why you want that as a woman, though? Why would you even take it? I saw a girl just say that on I think it was either IG or TikTok. And she said, now girls got mad at her because she was unbelievable gorgeous. She was a pretty girl, and she said, I could never take child support from a man.
Oh, I seen that.
Right.
Yeah, she was like, what is it, $69?
Yeah, she was like, and people look at it and bash her because, of course, another guy gonna come in and take care. Hey, you got one child?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a guy picking that tab up for you all day.
That's easy. That's easy. It's that 2, 3, 4.
You're 9, 10.
Yeah, but you got 6 kids.
Yeah.
Like if I come in, you supposed to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm supposed to hear nothing but yes around this motherfucker.
Maybe 2 or 3.
Ain't no 2 or 3. You got 7 kids. I need a daily yes.
Yeah.
But man, we had fun with y'all, man. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. Close the show out, man. Mo, do you have anything that you want to say before we close it out? I'm gonna say something too.
Yeah, thanks you guys for watching this, man. And then me and Dal's been working on this for a little while, and I think the chemistry gonna come together even better every day. That's what you guys. And once you guys see us on a daily basis, it's gonna be something that y'all really enjoy.
I agree, man. Hey, just keep your head up. Keep going forward, man. The only thing that creates, put you in a position where you need is when you stop moving. You keep moving, shit gonna keep coming to you, man. I'm Daryl Dam. Tell somebody who knows somebody with a phone, a TV, or a car that, hey, we doing this shit every day if we can. Tupac ain't dead. Let's get it.
We out.
That boy caught on fire when TS party his ass.
Fuck you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Wait till I hop out the new coupe on. Rats got a whole lot